This is News 14 Carolina meteorologist Matthew East, and thanks for clicking on to this Friday edition of the Carolina Weather Video here for the 9th day of January. Now, yesterday, the North Carolina mountains picked up a pretty good amount of snow. Here's an image this morning from up at Beech Mountain. That's Charlie's Beach Cam, and a lot of snow on the ground there. It was a pretty decent little 2 to 4 or 5 inch snowfall for many of those favored upslope mountain snow locations yesterday. And boy, that's a good sight if you like skiing. That's a look from toward the base of Beech Mountain. The snow gun's on, also a decent amount of natural snow as well. And certainly ski conditions looking up after some rough weather at the end of last year and the very beginning part of this year, end of December into early January. Some rough weather in terms of mild and rainy weather, not good for the ski industry, but things certainly looking much, much better now. On the weather map this morning, let me show you what we're watching. First of all, we have an area of low pressure back here in the Plain States. That is our next storm system. That's going to move off toward the east, bring some snow up to the New England states and the Great Lakes region, and bring us a quick hitting chance of showers tomorrow. Right now, snow flying in parts of Illinois, and Wisconsin, back into Iowa, and back into the Dakotas as well. You have winter weather advisories in these yellow highlighted counties, and then a winter storm watch, including much of Ohio and Pennsylvania on up toward the southern New England states. Let me show you how this unfolds, and this is off of the 6Z run of the GFS, and of course a lot of folks wondering about our weather next week. I'll talk about that here in just a second, so hang with me. Here we are, 1 o'clock this afternoon. Beautiful day out there today, sunshine all day long, and high temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s here in the Piedmont. Now, tomorrow, there goes that low pressure area. By 7 p.m. tomorrow, it's in the Virginias. Cold front trailing down from that, that'll swing into our area. Now, there's still really a lot of timing differences amongst the models with when the precip moves in tomorrow. But in general, I think we'll see the rain spread in, and it's not going to be an all-day rain by any means, but I think we'll see the rain spread in by later tomorrow afternoon, by Saturday afternoon, and it'll end sometime later in the evening time. So yes, that means we could very well have some showers to dodge for the big playoff game at Bank of America Stadium. Panthers hosting the Cardinals tomorrow evening. I don't think it's going to rain all game long, but there's at least a pretty decent chance that there'll be a shower at some point during the course of the game. Temperatures generally in the mid to upper 40s for a good chunk of the game as well. There goes the system leaving. This is 1 o'clock in the morning, early Sunday morning, as the system is pulling on out. Sunday, a good-looking day with a lot of sunshine back around the region as that low pressure pulls off the northeastern coast. And by the way, that will be a pretty decent little snowstorm up in parts of the New England states there where those winter storm watches are in effect. All right, here we are now, 1 o'clock in the afternoon Monday, and here comes the next little clipper dropping down. It's over Iowa here on the GFS model, and that's 1 o'clock p.m. Monday. 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, you have sort of a double-barreled low-pressure, one over the New England states, one off the coast, and really it comes through in primarily dry fashion here on the GFS. But let me show you the Canadian model. This is the 12-hour precip ending at 7 p.m. Tuesday, and it does bring some precip. That would be mainly in the form of some light snow to the Carolinas. Most of the modeling is on the dry side, although I do note the DGEX, which is really just an extension of the NAM model. It does bring some snow up here with its last run that's in-house on Tuesday. And the Canadian's been actually fairly consistent with that idea. So I have left in the chance for at least some flurries on Tuesday. Right now, it really doesn't look like a big deal. Moisture pretty limited with that system. Back to the GFS, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, and there comes Arctic high pressure. That is a big, cold high pressure, 1052 millibar high in the northern plain states, moving on in. And now here we are out to Thursday at 1 in the afternoon. Now, yesterday, we had the European model with the previous 12Z and 0Z runs that were showing really a very significant snowstorm across the deep south and up into the Carolinas and even up into parts of the New England states as well. But the 12Z run yesterday, the European suppressed everything off to the south, kept us cold and dry. It's followed suit with its 0Z run this morning. And really, it's all in the handling of how it handles that little piece of shortwave energy, 500 millibar energy. Just hang with me for a second if you're curious what happened. On the previous snowy runs, the European model brought that energy in around Montana, and then it was able to tap Gulf of Mexico moisture and break out that precip. The last couple of runs, it's brought that disturbance in much farther to the east, therefore no tap of Gulf of Mexico moisture. Now, the GFS is really sort of hinting with the idea of this disturbance coming in farther west. Notice the precip down over the Gulf of Mexico Thursday. And there's an area of low pressure cruising up off the coast as well. So the GFS is trying to sniff this out. The Europeans really shunted everything off to the south. That's not what you want to see if you're looking for snow. But yeah, so again, for this forecast package, I've left in the chance Thursday as well for at least a few flurries. And we're not going to have a good handle on if there's going to be a significant precip threat toward the end of next week for several more model cycles. In fact, probably not until early next work week, as we're dealing with the exact timing and placement of little pieces of energy at the 500 millibar layer. And those are tough to handle and resolve by the models. So even though things didn't trend your way, if you're looking for snow yesterday on the models, it's not time to give up hope yet. There's still a lot of uncertainty, and the overall weather pattern's not terrible in terms of how things are looking if you're trying to sniff out some type of wintry weather here in the southeast. All right, one final map for you. This is the comparison of the European and the GFS 8 to 10 day mean, 500 millibar pattern, and both in agreement. A lot of cold air coming in that 8 to 10 day time frame, and certainly that looks like a given. Temperatures at best probably a little below average over the next couple of weeks. So a lot of cold air around. There'll probably be a pretty good shot of cold air somewhere in there, but the timing's still in question. All right, so that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Threw a lot at you this morning. I hope that made at least a little bit of sense. Everyone enjoy your Friday and your weekend, and next edition of the video on bright and early Monday morning, unless something unforeseen happens. And I might cut one over the weekend, but I doubt it. Probably Monday morning would be your next Carolina Weather Video. All right, everyone have a great weekend, and go Panthers. God bless.